are going to try to make this flight happen. I had to do a couple settings. Hopefully it is working okay. We are going to be flying out of Tennessee in a Cessna. Alright, so
Ops 30.2.3 profile, untitled scenes, untitled.
we're going to see what happens here. Alright.
Desktop list, ops key, talking flight monitor 14 of 43.
Let me load up one other thing that I do need.
Current aircraft, each craft can air 350
I'll
ISO.
give a shout out to Heather, if you're listening. Such a good girl. Such a beautiful good girl. Let me tell you. Met a lot of people in my life, but some people you just know from the start when they're good people, down to earth, honest, sincere. Anyways, I'll leave that where that is. So yeah, Heather, we're flying out of Tennessee, alright?
Program manager. Ops 30.2.3 profile, untitled series stream Google Chrome, Microsoft Flight Simulator 1. Microsoft Flight Sim. Runway 20 yellow KVNA / 7991.
Alright, I'm gonna fix one setting real quick. Nothing major.
Pause.
Options menu. Page 1 of 1. Currently highlighted. Controls options. Button 4 of 4. General options. Button 2 of 4. Press menu button to resume. General options. Activities. Button. Assistance options.
Right here,
Assistance options
assistance
screen.
options.
Aircraft systems. Easy. Failure and damage. Aircraft system. Search bar. Preset. Custom. List with 4 values. Search bar. Tech. Aircraft systems. Easy. Aircraft systems. Auto mixture. On.
Okay, we
List
can
with
leave
2
that
values.
on, auto mixture.
Unlimited fuel. On. Aircraft lights. On.
Lights are
List
on.
with 2 values. Zero drift. Off. Failure and damage. Easy. Toggleable category heading. Zero drift. Off. On. Failure and damage. Easy. Failure and damage. Crash damage. Disabled.
Alright, crash
List
damage.
with 2 values.
Ain't worried about
Aircraft
that.
stress damage.
Not worried
Engine
about
stress
that.
damage. Icing effect.
Not worried about
Off. List with visual only. Navigation aids.
navigation aids.
Navigation aids. Route and waypoints. On. Off. Taxi ribbon. Off. Landing path. Off. Currently visible items in this category. 5. Landing path. Notification. Easy. Notification. Piloting and controls notifications. On. Off. Aircraft system. On. Off. Flying tips. Off. Objectives. On.
Turning
Off.
all this off because I don't
Software
need it.
tips. On. Off. Piloting. Custom. Piloting.
Almost done.
Auto rudder. On. List with 2 values. Adjust whether you want rudder control. Assisted yoke. On. List with 2 values.
Okay,
Assisted checklist.
that's fine.
Off. List with
That's fine.
assisted landing. On.
That's
assisted
okay.
takeoff.
That is
On.
okay.
AI radio communications. ATC. On.
ATC is on.
AI anti-stall protection.
Anti-stall
On.
protection.
List with 2 values.
Ain't worried about that.
AI auto trim. On.
Auto trim.
List with 2 values.
That's
Adjust
fine.
assisted controller sensitivity. Off.
We don't need
List
that.
gliders, tow plane takeoff assisted. Helicopters, assisted tail rotor. Helicopters, assisted turbulence. Low. List with realistic. Use right stick up
Realistic
and
on
down.
turbulence.
Points of interest.
Points of interest.
Points of interest. Smart cam mode. Auto.
That's fine.
Landmark markers. City markers. On. Smart cam mode. Auto. Landmark markers. On.
Okay.
Off.
Not worried about that.
City markers. Off. Airport markers. Off. Fauna markers. On. Off. Display direction to chosen point. Off. List with. Display all labels. Off. User experience. Easy. Toggleable cat. User
Okay.
experience. Aerodynamic visualization. CFD. Off. List with. ATC Enforce Flight Plan. On. List with 2 values.
Okay.
ATC UI panel open at start. Off. Show message log in ATC menu.
We're almost done.
Off.
I just gotta
ATC voices. On.
fix these settings real
Checklist
fast.
UI panel open
We're
at
about
start.
done.
Off. VFR map UI panel open at start. Off. NAV log UI panel open at start. Off. AI piloting in cursor mode. On. Instrument heads up display. Chase cam. Full. Instrument heads up display. Cockpit cam.
That's
GFX.
fine.
Off.
That's
List with
fine.
G suit. On. Off.
We'll need a G suit.
End flight when aircraft shuts down. On. List with 2. Off. Use right. Press B to go back.
Alright.
Options menu. Page 1 of 1.
Unpause.
Currently highlighted. Assistance options. Button 3 of 4.
We are ready to do this, folks. So let's do it.
Target break off. Number 1 starter engaged. Number 1 fuel valve open. Number 2 fuel valve open.
Center American Tree 09er heavy.
Number 1 ignition on. Number 1 starter off. Number
Flying
2
to
starter engaged.
Scottsburg, Indiana. Getting our airplane fired up here.
Number 2 ignition on. Number 2 starter off.
Here we go.
24 knots, 28 knots, 28 knots, 30 knots,
09er heavy. Turn next taxi
Here
right.
we
38
go.
knots, 46 knots, 60 knots,
American Tree 09er heavy.
82 knots,
Trim up 0.08. Trim up 0.98. Trim up 1.69. Trim up 3.3. Trim up
101
8.
knots, airborne,
Yes.
117
Took
knots,
off like a bat out of hell.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.
122.905 American
We are
Tree
on our
09er
way
heavy.
to Scottsburg,
Goodbye.
Indiana. I didn't think about the runway.
Gear up. Dot.
The airport here in Scottsburg is not that big. The runway's not real big. It's a grass runway. And I don't know that we've got the proper plane to be landing
Next
there
waypoint. EMAS. Distance 6 nautical miles. Bearing
in
201 degrees. 152 seconds.
Scottsburg. But we gonna do it. We gonna make it happen.
Flight director active. AP altitude 90 seconds.
Yeah.
United 2001 heavy.
Didn't even think about that shit, huh?
119er decimal tree.
Pause.
Options menu.
Oh,
Page 1 of 1. Currently highlighted.
oh.
Unpause.
Freedom Global 9er.
Hit the wrong button there for a minute.
1,000 feet.
We're good.
Com 1.
Nashville
119.35.
departure Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey.
I didn't even think
Set
about that, guys. I'm like,
1,000
shit.
9,000 feet.
We're flying to Scottsburg, Indiana in this. I hope the plane is not too... I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell, I guess. Time tells all, right? That's how I see it. So, we'll see what happens. I don't know.
2,000 feet.
Should be for a interesting flight, for sure. We'll leave it at that on the daily notes on what
Next
you
waypoint. 3R8. Distance 162 nautical miles.
Should
Bearing 28
check.
degrees. 54 minutes. 44 seconds.
into before you
3,000 feet.
fly to an airport. You should make sure that your airplane can land at that airport. So look out, Scott County, because here we come.
263 heavy Nashville approach altimeter 30.52 radar contact continue.
30 at 15 feet. Time and destination 57 minutes. 59 seconds.
Heavy contact Memphis.
Looks like the flight's going to be about 57 minutes. We'll see what happens, Captain.
263 heavy, you are 5 miles north.
I know sometimes my lovely friend Heather will watch, so
Clear to high grade.
for some reason she likes when I do live streams. I don't know if it's
3,000 feet.
any live stream and she just likes to hear me talk for whatever reason. I don't know, because I don't enjoy hearing myself talk. But anyway, it is what it is. It be what it be. I don't know.
Going to
We're on our way.
126.75 American 1370 heavy.
5,000 feet.
Tower on 118.6 Southwest Tree 263 heavy.
I do have me a cappuccino, cappuccino, cappuccino.
Delta 2 Tree 17 heavy traffic is 11 o'clock 4 miles at 8,000 feet Airbus A20N.
6,000 feet.
Report them in sight. Delta 2 Tree 17 heavy descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Nashville approach Southwest Tree 10 heavy is passing 8,700 feet climbing 13,000 feet. Southwest Tree 10 heavy Nashville approach altimeter 30.52 radar contact continue to GDSTF. Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey climb and maintain flight level 190.
AV altitude 19,079 feet.
3,000 feet Delta 2 Tree 17 heavy.
Climb and maintain flight level 190
7,000 feet.
Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey.
Delta 2 Tree 17 heavy, you are 8 miles north of Nashville. Contact Nashville Tower on 118.6 when inbound on the approach. Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey contact Memphis
8,000 feet.
Center on 126.75. Good day. Tower on 118.6 Delta 2 Tree 17 heavy.
Going to 126.75 Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey.
Com 1,
Memphis Center
176.75,
Freedom
9,000
Global
feet.
9er Delta Whiskey is passing 9,000 feet climbing flight level 190.
American 1370 heavy contact Memphis Center on 125.85. Good day. Freedom Global 9er Delta
10,000
Whiskey
feet.
Memphis Center altimeter 30.52 radar contact continue. Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey contact Memphis Center on 133.85. Good day.
133.85 Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey.
11,000 feet.
Goodbye.
Com 1,
Memphis
133.85.
Center Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey is passing 11,100 feet climbing flight level 190.
Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey Memphis Center altimeter 30.52 radar contact continue.
12,000 feet. Thirteen thousand feet. Fourteen thousand feet. Fifteen thousand feet.
All right. Sorry about that. That was moi.
$16,000 feet.
I guess I could tell you what is the temperature outside.
9 degrees.
It is 9 degrees. Of course, that's
16,090 feet ASL.
at 16,000 feet. So you gotta, make up the difference there. It does matter that we're almost 10,000 feet in the air. I'm not sure what the ground temperature is. I didn't check it before we lifted off. But we'll check it once we get landed. I'll check
Freedom
and see.
Global 9 Delta Whiskey
We'll see
Climb
what it
and
says.
Flight level 270.
Now, this wants me at
27,067 feet.
27,000. I don't
Climb and
understand
maintain
what it's
flight level
thinking. We're not going to
270 Freedom Global
27.
9 Delta Whiskey.
16,835 feet ASL.
But
3720 feet per minute.
I mean,
17,000
maybe we
feet.
will. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Maybe we will. Give you an outside view for a minute. This is the tail end view. We'll go to the left wing. There's off to our left side. Then we'll go to the right side of the wing. There's our right side view. Probably not a whole lot to see. And then we'll go ahead and take you to the front of the nose there. There's the front view. Then that's just an over top view. And now we'll move back into the cockpit.
19,000 feet.
Continue to MUDD.
S. S. S.
I don't know why it repeats every key I hit. Let me see if I can fix that. 'Cause
Speed mode on command.
that is annoying, you know? Alright, let's take a look here.
Speed mode off. Speed mode deeps. Speed mode talk. Time and route to destination 44 minutes 15 seconds.
It's saying 44 minutes, but the information that I'm using might not be as accurate as we need it to be.
Tree 10 Heavy is at 12,100 feet, climbing 13,000 feet.
Total fuel 1,802.1 pounds. 139 knots indicated. 21,871 feet ASL.
Memphis Center altimeter tree
22,000 feet.
0.55 radar contact. Continue to jog low. Brickyard 5707 Heavy, you are 24 miles northeast. Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Expect ILS runway
Slow down.
20 left approach
I need
by
to get a
Riaba
lower
transition.
altitude.
Clear to Riaba. Southwest tree 10 Heavy, you are 6 miles west. Descend
Tom
and
do not
maintain
use
7,000
124.850. Memphis, Southwest 3310 Heavy, you are 6 miles west.
Clear to
ATC.
High Creek.
Memphis, Southwest 3310 Heavy, you are 6 miles west. Descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 20. Memphis, Southwest, 4. Request cruising altitude decrease. Button. 7. Request cruising altitude decrease by 7,000 feet.
Expect
Button.
ILS runway 20 left approach via Riaba transition. Clear to Riaba Brickyard 5707
ATC.
Heavy.
Brickyard 5707. Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 20 approach by Riva transition.
24,000 feet.
Brickyard 5707 Heavy.
Good day.
Memphis, Brickyard 5000.
Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get it.
Request cruising altitude decrease by 6,000 feet.
118.4 Brickyard 5707
Memphis,
Heavy.
Brickyard 5707, 118.4 Brickyard 5700. 5. Request cruising altitude decrease by 5,000 feet.
Expect
Button.
ILS runway 20 right approach via High Creek transition. Clear to High Creek Southwest tree 10 Heavy.
Southwest 3310. Descend and maintain 4,000. Southwest 331. Tom do not in use 120. Memphis, Southwest 3310 Heavy, descend and maintain 3,000 feet. 7. Request cruising altitude decrease by 7,000 feet.
Memphis Center, Freedom
Button.
Global 9 Delta Whiskey. Request flight level 280.
No.
6. 4. Request cruising altitude decrease by 4,000 feet.
Flight level
Button.
270. Expect
25,000 feet.
280.
U. Memphis, Southwest.
Climb and maintain flight level 270. Expect flight level 280 Freedom Global 9
ATC.
Delta Whiskey.
Memphis, Freedom Global 9
I'm
DW
trying to
climb
get
and
it,
maintain FL 270. Expect FL 280.
And maintain flight level 280.
Memphis, Freedom Global 9
AT altitude 28,051 feet.
Say
Climb
again.
and maintain flight level 280 Freedom Global
Climb
9
and
Delta
U.
Whiskey.
Climb and maintain FL 280 Freedom Global 9 DW. 1. Request vector to next weight. 1. Request vector. 4. Request cruising altitude decrease. Button. 8. Request cruising altitude decrease by 8,000 feet.
Southwest
Button.
tree 10 Heavy. Southwest tree 10 heavy contact Nashville approach on 119.35.
Com 2 not in use 100.
Good day.
Memphis, Southwest 3310 heavy contact Nashville approach on 119.35.
It's good to my nerves. Hold on, guys.
119.35. Southwest tree 10 heavy. Goodbye.
Southwest 3310, 119.35.
26,000 feet.
3. Request cruising out. 6. Request cruising altitude decrease by 6,000 feet. 8. Request cruising altitude decrease by 8,000 feet. 8. Request cruising altitude decrease by 8,000
Memphis
feet.
Center, Freedom Global, Niner
Here we
Delta
go.
Whiskey. Request flight level 200.
There we go, 20,000.
Freedom Global Niner Delta Whiskey. Descend and maintain flight
26,300,
level
938 feet per minute. 938 feet per minute. AP altitude, 20,013 feet.
Descend
420
and
feet per minute.
maintain flight level 200.
Minus 919 feet per
Freedom
minute.
Global, Niner Delta Whiskey.
Okay, that's what I want.
26,000 feet.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Ignore that.
Landing gear.
25,000 feet.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
It'll shut up in a minute.
Gear.
I don't know why it's going on about landing gear, because I'm doing a descent, probably.
Landing gear.
So,
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
24,000 feet.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Gear up, dot.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
23,000 feet.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Time en route to destination, 26 minutes, 51 seconds.
Landing
we're going to lower the landing gear. Hold on.
Landing gear.
G.
Landing gear.
Minus 3205 feet per minute. Gear down, dot. 22,000 feet. Gear down, dot. Gear down, dot. Minus 3074 feet per minute. Minus 3081 feet per 21,062 feet ASL, 21,000 feet. Minus 3051 feet per minute. Minus 3045 feet per minute. Minus 3005 feet per minute. Minus 2995 feet per minute. 20,002. Minus 2976 feet per minute.
Come on, level out.
Minus 2949 feet per minute. 19,903 feet ASL. AP altitude 20,013 feet. Minus 2182 feet per minute. Gear down, dot. Minus 69 feet per minute. Gear down, dot. Flaps 0. Minus 36 feet per minute.
Okay, we're good though.
3. Request cruising altitude increase.
Time en route to destination, 30 minutes, 1 second.
U. Descend and maintain FL 200. 1. Request vector to next waypoint. 2. Request IFR clearance for instrument FP button. 1. Request vector. 2. Request IF. 1. Request vector. 2. Request IFR clearance for instrument
Memphis
FP
Center,
button.
Freedom Global, Niner Delta Whiskey would like to change destination to Tree Romeo 8.
Freedom Global Niner Delta Whiskey is cleared to Tree Romeo 8 Airport as filed. Squawk 1065.
AP altitude 9022 feet.
Freedom Global, Niner Delta Whiskey cleared to Tree Romeo 8 Airport as filed. Squawk 1065.
Freedom
Memphis,
Global Niner
Freedom
Delta
Global
Whiskey
9DW
read
read
that
back correct. Radar contact
Radar
FL
contact,
195.
flight level
Turn left heading
195.
210 resume on
Turn
navigation
left
descend and
heading
maintain 9,000 feet.
210 on navigation. Descend and maintain
So now it's going to
9,000
put
feet.
us down to 9,000 feet. That's what I
Turn
forgot
left
to do
heading
was do the
210
IFR.
speed on course descend and maintain 9,000 feet. Freedom Global, Niner Delta Whiskey.
Yeah, Scottsburg, Indiana,
One.
their
Request
airport,
vector to
they
next
don't
waypoint.
have traffic
Button.
control. They don't have any type of ATC or anything. It's just going to
Memphis
be,
Center Brickyard, 4376 heavy is passing 6,000 feet, climbing 14,000 feet.
19,000 feet.
I think we'll pick up Indianapolis as far as any ATC, but we won't pick up anything for Scottsburg once we get
1.
to land.
Request vector to next waypoint. Button.
Brickyard 4 tree 76 heavy. You are 2 tree miles northeast.
Memphis. Brickyard. Memphis. Brickyard 4376 heavy. You are Memphis. Brickyard 4376 heavy. You are 23 miles northeast. Memphis. Brickyard 4376 heavy. You are 23 miles northeast. Memphis. Brickyard 4376 heavy. You are 23 miles northeast.
Space.
Climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 20L approach by Riva transition.
Minus 850, 18,442 PASL. Minus 879 feet per minute.
Now we're going down to 9,000 feet for Scottsburg Airport. The airport code is 3 Romeo 8, 3R8. Your little airports have 3 letters instead of the bigger airport to have 4, like KIND, that's Indianapolis, or KBNA, Bravo November Alpha, K Bravo November Alpha, that's the airport we just left from in Tennessee there, or Miami, K Mike India Alpha, that's Miami. Kilo Delta Tango Whiskey, that's Detroit. So any of them, KLAS, Kilo Lima Alpha Sam, that's Las Vegas. All your big airports have 4 letters instead of 3, but the small airports like Scottsburg, it's only got 3. 3R8, 3 Romeo 8. And then there's Madison. I think it might be Mike Sam November, MSN or something like that. MNS. I forget exactly, but I think if this works out tomorrow, we'll do a flight from Scottsburg over to somewhere in Cincinnati. Maybe we'll go up that way, or we'll either head out to the east or to the west. If you got any ideas of airports that you might know of and would like to see that flight, let me know, and we'll gladly put that airport in for the destination. So
16,459 PASL. Minus 820 feet per minute. Minus 840 feet per minute.
Memphis Center American 1115 Heavy is at flight level tree 55 climbing flight level tree 60.
16,000 feet.
American 1115 Heavy Memphis Center radar contact. Continue to Lima India Tango. Airbus 8 Sierra Whiskey, you are 17 miles northwest. Climb and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect ILS runway tree 2 approach by a Bravo November Alpha transition. Clear to Bravo November Alpha. American 1115 Heavy traffic is 6 o'clock 4 miles at flight level tree 40 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight. Climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Expect ILS runway tree 2 approach by a Bravo November Alpha. Transition clear to Bravo November Alpha Airbus 8 Sierra Whiskey. American 1115 Heavy
15,000
traffic
feet.
in sight. contact Memphis Center on 126.75.
All right.
Good day.
Time en route to destination 34 minutes 45 seconds.
It says 34 minutes until we arrive in Scottsburg, Indiana.
Summer, Tennessee, United States. Central Standard Time.
Currently over Summer, Tennessee.
Portland, Tennessee, United States. 5.7 nautical miles. 3
Portland, Tennessee is 5.7 miles over to our east.
14,024 feet
And
ASL.
we're currently at 14,000 feet.
13,982 feet ASL. 13,900.
Well,
13,938 feet ASL.
13,938 feet, working our way down to 9,000.
16 degrees.
It's now 16 degrees instead of 9 degrees like it was, but we're getting lower to the ground, so it's going to warm up just a little bit.
Thirteen thousand feet. Twelve thousand feet. Eleven thousand feet.
Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey, contact Nashville. Departure on 119.35. Good day.
119.35 Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey. Goodbye.
Com 1,
Nashville
119.35.
departure Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey is passing 10,500 feet, descending 9,000 feet.
Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey Nashville departure altimeter 30.51 radar contact continue.
Alright, let's take a look here.
10,120, minus 814 feet per minute. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.38.2.0. 10,000 feet.
Nashville departure Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey requesting vector to next waypoint.
Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey, turn left heading 200, resume home navigation.
Turn left heading 200, proceed on course Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey.
Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey, please expedite your descent 9,000 feet.
Alright, what's this to?
Minus 423, 9251 feet ASL.
Well, we're at 9251, so we're not far from
30 degrees.
9,000. 30 degrees out.
Wind 211 knots, gust at 0 knots. L. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1. L. Navigation off. Even. L. Minus 502 feet per minute. 990 feet ASL. 212 backslash. Minus 410 feet per minute. Minus 407 feet per minute. 212 knots indicated. Minus 390 feet per minute. 8945 feet ASL.
Freedom
212 knots.
Global 9er
S.
Delta Whiskey, please expedite your descent 9,000 feet.
Minus 69 feet per minute. 211 knots indicated. Time en route to destination 42 minutes 36 seconds.
Yeah, I think
Davidson, Tennessee, United States.
we're over Davidson, Tennessee.
Total fuel 1,802.1 pounds, 269.0 gallons. Total fuel flow 997.
Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey, please expedite your descent 9,000 feet. passing 8,500 feet, climbing 14,000 feet. Southwest 1647 heavy, Nashville approach altimeter, tree 0.51 radar contact, continue to GDSDF.
We are looking good so far.
Davidson, Tennessee, United States.
Still over top of Davidson, Tennessee. Must be
213 knots indicated. Summer, Tennessee, United 16 feet per minute. Summer, Tennessee, United States.
now we're over top of Summer, Tennessee.
Summer, Tennessee, United States. 31 degrees. 86.44 feet. Minus 20 feet per minute. Top. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.38.2.0. Microsoft Flight Simulator 8639. 0 feet per minute. Gear down. Dot. Choose destination runway. Airport edit plan. Runway combo box collapsed. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Choose destination runway. Airport edit plan. Runway combo box collapsed. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.3. Time and route to destination 33 minutes 55 seconds.
33 minutes.
Nashville approach, Southwest tree 84 heavy 5.
Whoever might be watching tonight on Facebook, leave a comment down below just saying hi or whatever. It gives me an idea who comes through and watches through Facebook itself. So if you could do that, just leave a message or a sticker, whatever, just so I know you was here, and that way I can take it into accountability on the different areas that I stream.
Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey contacts Memphis Center on 133.85. Good day.
133.85 Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey. Goodbye.
Com 1,
Memphis
133.85.
Center Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey.
Summer, Tennessee, United States.
8,600 feet, climbing 9,000 feet.
Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey Memphis Center altimeter tree 0.55 radar contact continue.
degrees. Summer, Tennessee, United States. White House, Tennessee, United States. 4.7 nautical miles, 287 degrees. White House, Tennessee, United States. 4.7 nautical miles, 283 degrees.
And White House, Tennessee is 4 miles out from us.
Summer, Tennessee, United States.
Center FedEx 1381 Heavy is at flight level tree 55 climbing flight level tree 60. FedEx 1381 Heavy Memphis Center radar contact continued to Bravo November Alpha. FedEx 1381 Heavy traffic is 6 o'clock 4 miles at flight level tree 40 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight. Memphis Center
Let's see where
Allegiant
we are.
315 Heavy is passing
Warren, Kentucky, United States.
7,500 feet, climbing 14,000
Warren, Kentucky,
feet.
United States.
Oh, Warren, Kentucky.
FedEx 1381 Heavy, have the Airbus A20N in sight.
Warren, Kentucky, United States. 31 degrees. Time and route to destination, 22 minutes, 18 seconds.
According to the GPS, it's saying 22 minutes. We'll see how accurate that is.
11:25 p.m.
11:25.
11:26 p.m.
So 35, 45. 35, 45. So 11:47 by 11:50, we should be there We'll see.
Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey contact Indianapolis Center on 128 decimal tree. Good day.
128 decimal tree, Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey. Goodbye.
Com 1, 128.30.
Indianapolis Center Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey is passing 8,600 feet, climbing 9,000 feet.
Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey, Indianapolis Center altimeter 30.5 for radar contact. Continue. Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey, you are 86 miles south. Maintain present heading and altitude. Effect vectors, visual runway 20 approach.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors visual runway 20 approach Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey.
Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey contact Indianapolis Center on 124.625. Good day.
Going to 124.625 Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey.
Com 1,
Indianapolis
124.62.
Center Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey is at 8,600 feet, climbing 9,000 feet.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1. Reason Kentucky, United States.
Global 9er Delta Whiskey.
Time and destination 18 minutes 58 seconds.
30.55 radar
18
contact.
minutes is
Continue.
what it's saying.
11:29 p.m.
29.
Indianapolis Center, AVX 757 Heavy, is passing 10,500 feet, climbing 13,000 feet. AVX 757 Heavy, Indianapolis Center altimeter 30.55 radar contact. Continue to pending.
ATC again. Let's get it go. Sorry, I'm away from the mic a little bit. Hold on, I'm gonna try to see something here.
Objectives.
Scroll back off.
Memphis. Report 1. Request vector to next wait. 3. Cancel IFR. But 2. Select another approach. 3. Cancel IFR. Button. 3. 2. Select another approach.
AVX 757 Heavy contact. Louisville approach on 134.15. Good day. Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey, you are 300 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 9,000 feet.
Yeah.
30.55.
Descend and maintain 9,000 feet. Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey.
3. Cancel IFR. 1. Request. 2. Select another approach. Button. 2. Select another approach. Button. AVEX 757. Going to 134.15. AVEX 757 heavy. Goodbye. 2. 1. Visual. 2. Back. Button. 2. Back. 1. Visual runway 2. Button. 3. Select another approach. Button. 1. Request vector to next waypoint. 2. Request approach from controller. Button. 4. Cancel IFR. 3. Select another approach.
UPS
Button.
705 Heavy is passing 10,500 feet, climbing flight level 180. UPS 705 Heavy, Indianapolis Center altimeter 30.55 radar contact. Continue to LI.
Now we got Indianapolis is what we picked up here.
Global 9er Delta Whiskey, please expedite your descent 9,000 feet.
2. Request approach from controller. Button. 3. Select another approach. Button. 2. Request approach from controller.
Freedom
Button.
Global 9er Delta Whiskey would like visual runway 2 approach.
4. Request
Freedom
cruising
Global
altitude
9er
increase.
Delta Whiskey, you are
Button.
67 miles south. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors visual runway 2 approach. Circle to land runway 20.
1. 1.
Maintain
Acknowledge
present
assigned
heading
approach.
and altitude.
Button.
Expect vectors visual runway 2 approach. Circle to land runway 20. Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey.
3. Cancel IFR. 2. Select another approach. 1. Request vector to next waypoint. 3. Cancel IFR. Button. 2. Select another approach. 1. Request vector. 2. Select another approach. Button. 1. Visual runway 20. Button. 2. Back. Button. 1. Visual runway 2. Back. 1. Visual runway 20. 3. Select another approach. Button. 2. Request approach from controller.
705 Heavy
Button.
contact Louisville. Approach on 123.675. Good day.
2. Request approach from controller.
Freedom
Button.
Global 9er Delta Whiskey would like visual runway 20 approach.
There we go. Runway 20 approach.
Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey, you are 62 miles south. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vector
So we're
visual
62
runway
miles
20
south.
approach.
1. Acknowledge assigned. 1.
Maintain
Acknowledge
present
assigned
heading
approach.
and altitude.
Button.
Expect vectors visual runway 20
Gotta
approach.
maintain-
Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey.
Got to maintain this altitude. We're
1.
still out of
Request
the
vector
bit.
to next waypoint. Button.
8762 VASL. Time and route to destination 13 minutes 56 seconds.
123.675. UPS 705 Heavy.
Hardin, Kentucky, United States.
Goodbye.
Eastern Standard Time.
We're picking up
1.
Indianapolis on.
Request vector to next waypoint. Button.
I'm actually surprised they're having us pick up Indianapolis instead of
UPS 705. 123.675. UPS 705 Heavy. Goodbye. 2. Select another approach. Button. 1. Request vector to next waypoint. Button.
Flanco, Kentucky, United States.
Freedom
Hardin, Kentucky,
Global
United
9er
States.
Delta Whiskey, please expedite your descent
Hardin,
9,000
Kentucky.
feet.
1. Request vector to next waypoint. Button.
But yeah, I would have thought we would have been picking up Louisville for our stuff instead of Indianapolis. We're not even in Indiana yet, but I guess Indianapolis is,
1.
well, they
Request
don't
vector to next
necessarily
waypoint.
control Scottsburg, but
Flanco, Kentucky, United States. 3.0 nautical miles, 336 degrees.
I guess they do when it comes to IFR.
Hardin, Kentucky, United States. Flanco, Kentucky, United States. 2.8 nautical miles, 327 degrees.
Pine Grove,
Flanco, Kentucky, United States. 2.6
is
nautical miles, 323 degrees.
Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey, please expedite your descent
Heading
9,000
8.
feet.
yeah, Pine Grove is to our
Request vector to
northwest.
next waypoint. Button.
Flanco, Kentucky, United. Hardin, Kentucky, United States. AV altitude 9022 feet.
Request vector to next waypoint. Button.
Right bracket. Backslash. Right bracket. Right bracket. AP altitude 9022. Arlington, Kentucky, United. Radcliffe, Kentucky, United States. 1.2 knot. 214 knots indicated.
214 knots.
25 degrees.
25 degrees. Temperature.
Wind 263 at 27 knots. Gust of 0 knots.
Please expedite your descent 9,000
Wind
feet.
Wind
is
263 at 27 knots. Gust of 0 knots.
263 at
Request
27
vector to next
knots.
waypoint. Button.
Arlington, Kentucky, United States. Radcliffe, Kentucky, United States. 2.3 nautical miles. 250 degrees.
Center, UPS 671 Heavy is passing 10,700 feet, climbing 6,000
Yeah, I guess we're going to be using Indianapolis for our descent into
UPS 671
Scottsburg.
Heavy, Indianapolis Center altimeter, tree 0.54 radar contact, continue.
1. Request vector to next waypoint. Button.
Arlington, Kentucky, United States. Spoilers retracted. 243 knots true.
243 knots true.
No recent message. Spoilers retracted. 248 knots ground speed.
248 knots ground speed.
Liner Delta Whiskey, please expedite your descent 9,000 feet.
8788 PASL.
UPS 671 Heavy contact Louisville, approach on 123.675.
Seeing that UPS contacted Louisville. Well, they're going to
1.
Louisville, I
Request
guess.
vector to next waypoint. Button.
123.675. UPS 671 Heavy. Goodbye.
Microsoft Flight Sim.
You know, this whole time I had it on the outside of the airplane. I apologize, guys. I was too busy messing around. Now we're on the inside. Here's the cockpit.
Freedom Global Niner Delta Whiskey, please expedite your descent 9,000 feet.
Oh, shut up.
8794 PASL. Bullitt, Kentucky, United States. Shepherdsville, Kentucky, United States. 6.1 nautical miles. 83 degrees. Time and route to destination. 9 minutes, 27 seconds.
It says 9 minutes until we arrive in Scottsburg, Indiana. Like I said, it's a very small airport right down the road from where I live here. And not a big airport. It's got a pretty long grass strip runway, though. So that I'll give it that. I think we'll be fine on landing. If not, we'll just have to do a touch and go and take it over to Louisville and land, or Indianapolis, or
Freedom Global Niner Delta Whiskey,
something.
please expedite your descent 9,000 feet.
Time and route to destination. 8 minutes, 1 second.
Niner Delta Whiskey, please expedite your descent 9,000 feet.
Jefferson, Kentucky, United States. Eastern. Fairfield, Kentucky, United States. 1.6 nautical miles. 38 degrees. Time and route to destination. 8 minutes, 10 seconds.
8 minutes is what it's saying.
0 feet per minute. 88 16 feet ASL. 215 knots indicated. Flaps 0. Gear down. Dot.
Gear is down.
13 feet per minute. Jefferson, Kentucky, United States. Occupant Park, Kentucky, United States. 1.2 nautical miles, 359 degrees. Time and route to destination, 6 minutes, 48 seconds.
Freedom Global 9 Delta Whiskey. Please expedite your descent 9,000 feet.
Space.
Overhead and sub-panel lighting. Hold left click to lock. Indianapolis, Freedom Global 9 DW, please expedite your descent 9,000 feet. 1. Request vector to next waypoint. Button.
Scroll icon.
Freedom Global 9 Delta Whiskey. Please expedite your descent 9,000 feet. Freedom Global 9 Delta Whiskey, contact Indianapolis Center on 124.775. Good day.
Sorry guys, I'm trying
Going
to
to
find something here real quick.
Checklist shift plus
124.775
C.
Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey.
Com 1,
Indianapolis
124.77.
Center, Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey, 8,800 feet.
Freedom Global 9 Delta Whiskey, Indianapolis Center altimeter 30.58 radar contact. Continue.
I was trying to find. There we go.
Jefferson, Kentucky, United States. Northfield, Kentucky, United States. 1.2 nautical miles, 180 degrees. Time and route to destination, 5 minutes, 13 seconds.
It says 5 minutes, which could be. I don't recognize. Well, Jefferson, Kentucky. So yeah, we're not far. I'm just surprised that he's not already made a descent
20 feet per minute. 88 33 feet ASL.
to get a little lower, but he hasn't budged yet. So
Gear down. Dot. Flaps 0.
Freedom Global 9 Delta Whiskey, please expedite your descent 9,000 feet. 1475, heavy contact, Louisville approach on 1 tree for decimal 15. Good day. One tree 4 decimal 15 UPS 1475 heavy. Goodbye. Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey, please expedite your descent 9,000 feet. Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey descent and maintain 2,600 feet.
Descend and maintain 2,600 feet. Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey.
Eight thousand feet. Aye. Right, 0. Right, 0.
Let's take a look.
Minus 2,008 feet per minute.
Oh yeah, we're doing a descent.
6506 ASL. Jefferson, Indiana, United States. U.S. Eastern Standard Time.
Jefferson, Indiana, which is 30 minutes probably from Scott County by car.
Hanover, Indiana, United States. 4.8 nautical miles, 7 degrees,
Hanover,
6,000 feet.
Indiana, 4 miles away. Oh yeah, I know where that's at. All right.
5833 feet ASL.
We are looking really good here.
Hanover, Indiana, United States. Jefferson, Indiana, United States. $5,000 feet. Hanover, Indiana, United States. Jefferson, Indiana, United States. Hanover, Indiana, United States. 2.6 nautical miles, 352 degrees. $4,000 feet. Hanover, Indiana, United States. Trimble, Kentucky, United States. Hanover, Indiana, United States. 1.3 nautical miles, 299 degrees.
Trimble, Kentucky. That's just because we're so close to Trimble.
Flaps 0. Hanover, Indiana, Trimble, Kentucky, United States. Trimble, Kentucky. 237 knots indicated. 3122 feet ASL. Minus 2,005 feet per minute.
Oh yeah, our altitude
3,000 feet,
looking
2995 feet
good.
ASL. Madison, Indiana, United States. 2.2 nautical miles, 89 degrees. U.S. Eastern Standard
Madison,
Time.
Indiana. That's where my buddy Andy lived.
2,500.
2,500 feet.
North Madison, Indiana, United States. 1.5 nautical miles, 39 degrees.
I'm surprised we're seeing Madison after Hanover, but we must be. I don't know what route it's doing here, but
North Madison, Indiana, United States. Jefferson, Indiana, United States. North Madison, Indiana, United States. 0.6 nautical miles, 117 degrees. North Madison, Indiana, United States. 1.1 nautical miles, 100. Jefferson, Indiana, United States.
Freedom Global 9er Delta Whiskey, please expedite your descent 2,600 feet.
North Madison, Indiana, United States. Jefferson, Indiana, United States. 2270 feet ASL. Minus 10 feet per minute. Flaps 0.
Gears down, flaps are at 0.
230 knots indicated.
Speed still at 230 knots.
Freedom
Jefferson,
Global
Indiana, United
9
States.
Delta Whiskey.
North Madison, Indiana, United States.
Your descent, 2,600 feet. Freedom Global 9 Delta Whiskey, please expedite your descent, 2,600 feet. Freedom Global 9 Delta Whiskey, please expedite your descent, 2,600 feet. Freedom Global 9 Delta Whiskey Airport is at your 10 o'clock 12 miles. Maintain present heading and altitude report runway in sight.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Freedom Global 9 Delta Whiskey.
Austin, Indiana, United States. 6.2 nautical miles. 240
Freedom
feet.
Global
Indiana,
9 Delta
that's
Whiskey.
5
I have
minutes
the
from
runway in
Scottsburg.
sight.
Scott, Indiana, United States.
Freedom Global 9
Scott,
Delta Whiskey.
Indiana.
2279 feet. 0 feet per minute.
Northeast of 3 Romeo 8. Maintain present heading and altitude.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Freedom Global 9 Delta Whiskey.
Here we go. I'm going to slow
Come
this
on,
guy
132
down.
point nine.
Romeo 8 traffic. Freedom Global 9 Delta Whiskey 10 miles north. Inbound visual runway 20.
There's only one runway in Scottsburg, depending. Well, I guess you could say it's 2 if you're coming from the other direction. Same strip, but they'd still count it as
Flaps 20.
second runway. Flaps are out to 20.
Gear down. Dot.
Landing gear is down.
139 knots indicated.
Speed is going down
135 knots
to
indicated.
135 knots.
132 knots indicated.
132.
Minus 59 feet per minute. 2269 feet ASL. 1634 feet AG.
We're at 1634 AGL.
Flaps 20. Gear down. Dot. No recent message. 105 knots indicated.
105 knots.
Minus 7 feet per minute.
Minus 7 feet a minute.
105 knots indicated.
Sticking right at 105 knots.
104 knots indicated. Austin, Indiana, United States. 3.2 nautical miles, 272 degrees.
272.
Heading 206. Austin, Indiana, United States. 2095 VASL. 104 knots indicated. Scott, Indiana, United States.
Scott, Indiana, which is
2000 feet.
Scottsburg, Indiana. Outside view for you real quick. Not really going to see much because it being nighttime, but
Gear down, dot.
gear is down.
Flaps 20.
Flaps are at 20.
103 knots indicated.
103 knots.
1806 VASL.
We're at 1806
3
ASL.
Romeo 8 traffic Freedom Global.
Minus 459 feet per minute.
Whiskey 6 miles north. Inbound visual runway
6 miles
20.
north of Scottsburg Airport. It's airport code 3 Romeo 8 3R8. Tomorrow we'll be taking off from Scottsburg, and that's where we're going to fly to yet. If you got any thoughts on where you'd like to see us fly, it'll be a good flight tomorrow night.
Minus 472 feet. 1467 VASL. 870. 102 knots indicated.
102 knots indicated.
Wind 176 at 5 knots. Gust at 0 knots.
Wind at 176 at 5 knots.
98 knots ground speed.
98 knots ground speed.
101 knots indicated. 98 knots ground speed. Minus 410 feet per minute. 1233 VASL. 686 feet. 102 knots indicated.
One thousand.
$1,000 feet. $889 feet ASL. 325. 103 knots indicated.
We are getting close. 800 feet ASL.
233 feet AG.
233 AGL.
103 knots indicated. Space. 102 knots indicated. 677 feet ASL. Minus 512 feet per minute.
Minus 512 feet a minute. Let's just hope we can stop in time, folks.
3 Romeo 8 traffic Freedom Global. 9
500.
Delta Whiskey 2 miles north. Inbound visual
2
runway
miles
20.
north of runway 20.
400.
400 feet. Alright, baby flare. I'm going to set this down myself manually.
300.
Here we go. I've got the controls.
200.
Alright, come on, baby.
100.
Here we go, 100 feet.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
On ground. 79 knots.
Number 1 ignition off. Number 2 ignition off. Number 1
knots.
fuel valve closed. Number 2 fuel valve closed. Battery master off. Flaps 0.
25 knots. 16 knots.
Num lock on. Parking brake on.
14 knots.
And there it is, folks. We are in Scottsburg, Indiana. I killed the engine and everything as soon as I
Pause.
touched down so it'd stop us quick enough.
Next waypoint. At distance 0 nautical mile.
Did you hear that? I swear it sounds like somebody screaming, don't it? Pretty cool stuff. But there you have it. That is our flight from Tennessee to Scottsburg, Indiana. I
Op
hope
30.2,
y'all
305. Op
enjoyed
30.2.
the
Start
flight.
recording check box not checked. Stop
We
streaming
will
check box
see
checked.
you again tomorrow.